Have you ever wondered what kind of student you are? Are you a chronic procrastinator, the guy that comes back every time at the end of the semester, or someone that submits late every single time? Now you can find out. You can get data-driven insights into your academic habits. Some are flattering and some are not. We're inspired by Spotify Wrapped, and we created our own Canvas Wrapped, which is a personalized way to see your academic history. What it does is that it analyzes your data from Canvas and it generates a full profile, such as your overall performance, your habits, such as if you're a procrastinator or if you're a consistent person, and how much clutch performances you have under pressure. So the first step would be to get your Canvas token, which is a fairly simple process. You go onto Canvas and you go into settings, you get a new access token, call it something, and I would set the expiration time to something that's quite soon. And of course you'll be wondering, you have my API key, what are the security regulations around that? So as you can see here, we never store your tokens. You can delete them anytime on Canvas, and no keys are exposed to the front end or saved anywhere at all. So let's get started. Let's take a look at our fellow coder Shin and see if he's a good student. So after getting the course data from Canvas, we would clean it and then compute analytics such as overall averages, your late submission rate as a percentage, and any improvement trends you've had across the semester. It's pretty important we do that so we don't overwhelm the model context and we can keep responses fast and accurate. All that structured data is then passed into the K2 Think V2 model, and it generates what it thinks of your persona and recommendations and any insights it has on you. So let's take a look. Seems that Shin's a high scorer. He scored 88% overall on average. And he had perfect scores in assembly language 100 and intro to C++. I like this page a lot because it kind of exposes me, but not Shin. He's had a 15% late submission rate, which is pretty low. And his latest submission was 42 days. That's a whole month. And yes, this is definitely the guy I know. He is definitely clutch under pressure. He's definitely had A's in every single final he's ever taken, much to my chagrin. And he's had 18 clutch moments, 18 submissions where he was within 15 minutes of the deadline, and his closest call was in logic design, which he was literally within seconds before the deadline. And for him, he's a consistent king. But this page would be different for other students, such as my friend August. But he's also a fellow programmer, and he's more of a comeback person. In one semester, his worst grade was 42%, and throughout the semester, he brought that up to 88% to recover his grade. So good job on that, August. Some key moments for Shin was his best course, which is assembly, 100%, and his worst course, which was public speaking with a 14%. I don't know how he got into Berkeley, but he did. Our AI vibe check kind of gives you a positive vibe check and a roast. For Shin, he's a high octane coder that likes to nail the finish line. And his roast is that his AI vibes let him crank out 100 points in assembly, yet he can't do any public speaking to save his life. Damn. So overall, Shin's a high scorer, and some recommendations for next semester is to focus on that communication skills to lift that speech score in any future classes he may take in speech, and maintain those early submission habits. So that's a wrap. Thank you guys for listening, and we are planning to implement an AI chatbot that will allow students to kind of ask questions on what their weak spots are. For example, Shin with a speech class and maybe his late submissions. It will give feedback on what students should avoid and try to do better in the next semester. Thank you.